Hello everybody, how's it going? So, can't believe I have to make this video, but unfortunately our playthrough has kind of hit a weird snag. I don't know what happened, I couldn't tell you. All I know is that the save files got corrupted, something with the game just wasn't updating right or something weird. And I tried everything. I reinstalled the game, got to the exact, version we were playing, tried to reload the backup saves, nothing was working. And when I could get stuff to work, it wouldn't save right, it wouldn't do anything that I needed it to do. So I had to make the executive decision. I went ahead and just said, screw it, we'll do a whole new run. So this would be technically run 3. Oh, but you know what? Now I'm not going to sit there and make y'all go through more episodes like that. So instead, we're going to do a recap video of Run 3 all the way up to where we last left off on Run 2 when we first entered Vermilion City. Now, I will do my best to go over the parts that were, important. For the most part, we'll skip over like certain quests and stuff and other things. For the most part, this will be a highlight of who the important battles were and the encounters we had, what happened, gym battles, and certain other little things here and there, like fusions and whatnot. So I hope you enjoy. If you like the video, please hit that like button and subscribe. And I hope you guys enjoy, and the next episode will continue off from the end of this one. See you then. So, first thing we do is look at our starters. After seeing all of my options, we opt for the Zekrom and Licky Licky, who we name Tongue Daddy. We have our first rival fight, and promptly wipe the floor with them. Take that, corrupted data. We make our way through the route to get Oak's parcel, and then deliver it to him, and receive our Pokeballs, officially starting the Nuzlocke. Now, the first Pokemon we find is called Electapede. Looks pretty cool, so we catch it, adding our first member to the team. Next, we head towards our next encounter, which turns out to be a Weedra. Dude seems chill and willing to share that Skywalker kush, so who am I to turn down a gesture of goodwill? Nothing crazy here about our second rival fight. Even though he added an Azulidin to his roster, the fight was effortless, and he gifts us DNA splicers for winning. The third encounter we have as we head to the forest is a Laerino. 2 incredible Pokemon fused into one, with a great typing to boot. Our encounter in the forest is a Totoros. Interesting pair, but super excited to get the chance to use a Totodile, adding more diversity to the team. After painstakingly battling our way through these dang bug trainers, we finally reach Pewter City to do quests and challenge the gym. Before we do anything, we head to Route 3 for our 5th encounter, a Squirtoad. However, we are unable to capture it, because this American Idol reject decides to kill itself with its own crappy parish song renditions. Tough luck, but whatever, there's always next season, I guess. After that failure, we head to the first gym to find Brock, apparently specializing in dark types, so this should be interesting. We battle through the gym and challenge Brock for our first gym badge. He starts off by sending out his Spiraba, and I follow with my Tongue Daddy. Since it's still at full HP, we start with a Ring Out for maximum damage, killing it in one blow. Next, Brock sends out Haunelia. However, not even this flower demon can withstand the tongue lashing of a Tongue Daddy Ring Out and Power Whip. With that, we earn our first badge and get one step closer to completing our journey. Along the way to Mount Moon, we level up and evolve Jolt, as well as Toadie. Our Mount Moon encounter is a Heracor, an excellent addition to anyone's team. This could provide interesting fusions in the future, but for now, we like our bug boy the way Arceus intended. After finding out about Team Rocket stealing moonstones and beating the crap out of all the trainers, we take a detour and find a very lucky Master Ball. I finally remember Heracross counts as fully evolved and head back to Pewter to get our reward. A Maffa, who may not seem like much, but could be incredible fusion materials in the future. We head back to Mount Moon and find out Team Rocket is trying to use moonstones to fuse 3 Pokemon together with no success. In a fit of rage, they sick a poor nerd on me, who gets completely styled on by an even more introverted trainer. With much effort, we finally reach Cerulean City to start our next plot lines. First, we have our third rival battle at Nugget Bridge. Corrupted sends out Fei, and I lead out with our goat, the Tongue Daddy. After a delay with Detect, we thunderbolt the sick-looking thing and put it out of its misery. Next, he sends in Noyetta. Tongue Daddy doesn't like this new generation's music, so he promptly rings it out and shocks it to death. His next Pokemon is Sinwhirl, who is an affront to Tongue Daddy's eyes, so he smites the doo-doo out of it for an easy kill. His last Pokemon, Burlas, comes out, but I think we all know how this ends. After the rival, we battle our way against an onslaught of trainers on Nugget Bridge to prove our worth and join Team Rocket. For our 7th encounter, we find a Nidopan, an interesting combo, but I'm more excited we found a potential fire type to round out our team. Now, I had forgotten to get our encounter from the route before Cerulean, so we head back to find a Torai, a possible godsend that could boost our team to even greater heights. However, after not having luck with regular balls, I decide now's a good time as any to use our Master Ball. Was this a good decision? Let me know what you think in the comments. And after much thought, I decide it's time for a team overhaul. I begin to unfuse and fuse together new Pokemon. First is an Electabuzz and Weezing, who gets Levitate, making it that much better. Second, we fuse Darkrai and Croconaw, who I think is probably the edgiest Pokemon we could make. Third, after much thought, I finally decide on a controversial fusion of Lampent and Zekrom. I really wanted a fire type, and Dragon Fire seems like a good choice in the moment, even if we already have a Dragon Steel type. And last, we fuse our Machop and Tauros together, because the idea I could have a Minotaur tickles the little fantasy nerd that lives inside me playing with his Lord of the Rings action figures, while also writing new D&D campaigns. After the revamp on the team, we head through Route 23 to get to Bill's place, where he accidentally fused himself and a Pokemon. We help him and get a cruise ticket so we can go have fun bothering people at a carnival cruise. Since we helped Bill, I decide to go help others. So, we join Team Rocket, whose captain in charge asks us to clear a bunch of bugs out in the basement. We do that and tell him our criminal name is Robbie Rotten. R.I.P. Robbie's actor, I carry on your legacy. We then head over to Nugget Bridge to tell a duo of fishermen that we own this land and we don't really take kindly to trespassers. We beat them into submission, clearing another quest. For the third quest, we take a bad, misbehaving Pokemon and force it to fight to death, ensuring our loyalty is true to Team Rocket. We battle our way through the gym that houses Steel-type Pokemon to fight Misty, the Steel Gym leader. We bring Zekbent and Tochop, as I believe the type advantage will ensure victory. She starts off with Laertini, as we lead with Zekbent. One Flame Burst is all it takes, and the Laertini goes down. Next, she sends in Jissy, who manages to live a Choice Specs super effective Flame Burst and live, showing us all the power a Chansey or possible future Blissey fusion holds. However, with a 2 more Flame Burst, that's all she wrote, earning us our second badge. We head back to our manager for the last mission in Cerulean. We must become a part of the transgender community, so we can fool the gullible into our advances. We start by buying a dress, then getting a haircut. With the transition complete, we enact our plan to steal this girl's opportunities by taking her Pokémon, so the real women can succeed. However, she fights back, and because I'm still dressed like a woman, the cops come to arrest me, but instead take the man instead. God, I love equality. After that shit show, we make our way to Vermilion City, and on the way, find 2 new encounters. The first being a Snubby, who is half of one of my favorite Pokemon, Snubbull and the Granbull line. We catch it and move on to the next encounter, a Milosaur, who, strangely enough, is another Venusaur fusion on the same route as our last playthrough. Weird, but I guess that's the game's way of saying, sorry we screwed you over, pal. With that, we get to Vermilion City, teaching our Pokemon new moves, and finally catching up to where our last game, unfortunately, crashed. I'm again sorry for the files being corrupt, but hopefully this recap and getting back to our last location makes up for it. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.